My bank called to confirm a $68,000 luxury SUV under my name. I hadn't applied, signed, or even talked to a dealership. The cosigner listed was my brother, Chad. My parents acted like I was making a scene. Months later, my mom begged me for help from an unknown number, and that was when everything finally flipped. When I was 21, my parents threw Chad a party for buying his third car before 25. Not a degree, not a job, just another loud, finance toy with underglow lights. Everyone crowded the driveway like it was a miracle. My mom patted the hood like it was a baby's cheek. Isn't he amazing? I mentioned I'd saved enough to open a high-interest savings account. My dad snorted. Saving pennies won't impress anyone, Mason. Chad laughed. Money's meant to move, bro, not sit there. They loved that line, and they loved co-signing his cars. When I asked about tuition help, Mom smiled like it was praise. You've always been independent. We're proud of that. At Thanksgiving, she called me so practical, then slid Chad a check for investments. Bring rolls next year, she told me. So I worked warehouse logistics, then nights with a retired mechanic who paid in greasy cash and meatball subs. I bought a Craigslist beater that stalled at red lights, and I kept stacking savings anyway. By 26, I leased a dusty two-bay garage and opened my own repair shop. No flash, just honest work and scraped knuckles. At 27, I bought my first tow truck in full and put my name on the door. Chad stayed at home building a brand and wrecking cars like it was cardio. His biggest success was a hoodie site. One Christmas, he handed me one that said, "Money talks, losers save." I handed it back. "Wrong size," I said. "I wear self-respect." My parents still never visited my shop, only called when their cars needed fixing. At a barbecue, Dad said it with a straight face. Some people are born for greatness. Others keep the engines running. Then they tried to rope me in. Mom called with that sugary voice and asked if I'd co-sign just this one loan with them. I asked one question. "Why don't you sell one of his cars?" Dad snapped. "Don't be jealous." I wasn't jealous. I was tired. A month later, the bank called. "Hi, is this Mason Bennett?" "Yeah, we're finalizing your $68,000 SUV. And the co-signer is Charles Bennett." My stomach dropped. It was Chad. He'd used my credit like it was family property. I canceled it, reported fraud, and froze everything. The texts came fast. "Mom, hey sweetie, did you freeze your credit?" "Dad, call us. Urgent." "Chad, bro, just sign the docs. It's a formality." "Mom, don't make this into a scene. It's just a car." I answered Mom once and kept my voice flat. "Dramatic? It's identity theft with sprinkles." "He didn't mean it," she insisted. "That's not how names work, Mom." Dad followed up with a threat. No family dinner unless I apologized. So I skipped it and grilled burgers at my shop with my crew instead. Tires for chairs, bay doors open, music too loud. It was the first family meal I'd had in years that didn't come with guilt. Winter hit hard, and Mom called again. "Garage door stuck, power out, Chad's car dead." Dad sparked something with jumper cables. "Can you come?" she asked. "Why not, Chad?" "He's looking for the manual." "No," I said. "I can't anymore. I'm done being the spare tire." They went quiet after that. Business didn't. I picked up a fleet contract and my phone finally stopped buzzing with quick favors. Then Dad showed up at my shop, eyes on the floor. He didn't ask how I was. He went straight to the list. Roof leaking, furnace dead, money tight, and Chad not around much. "We need help," he said. "I'm not a charity," I told him. "Book an appointment." 4 days later, Chad walked in wearing sunglasses indoors. "Bro, I need a favor." "How much?" "1,000. Where was this energy when you tried to put a loan on me?" "That was a mistake," he mumbled. "No," I said. "That was fraud." A week later, a certified letter arrived. My parents were listing the house, defaulting, and still asking for help in Mom's handwriting at the bottom. Then my phone rang. Unknown number. It was her. My phone buzzed on the counter, screen flashing unknown. Then a shaky voice asked, "Is this Mason Bennett?" Next, she said her car died on the freeway. Then she whispered it was freezing and she was stranded. Again, she added, "No one else picked up." I recognized my mom instantly, even through the act. So I said, "Sorry, wrong number," and ended it. No one called back after that. The silence felt earned. So tell me, was that cruel or was it long overdue?